guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing, where you join me on what is a very nice, it's not summer, I was going to say summer, but it's not quite summer just yet. And this is when I love just being in London, when the weather is getting amazing, supercars, you name it, it all kind of kicks off. And in today's video, well, what I've actually done is I've actually just arrived back from Italy after an epic trip with Lamborghini. It really was an amazing experience. But what is happening today is I wanted to drive, or I've got the opportunity to drive a car pretty close to my heart. You all may be aware, I used to own an Audi R8 V10 Plus. I had it in the stunning blue which it was in, and then it got wrapped chrome purple, which everyone hated, and then Paul Wallace decided to prank me and wrap it pink, and then the car was sold. Recently, these cars have been getting more and more affordable, and you may also have seen when I went up to Redline Specialist Cars, I test drove a Mercedes AMG GTS Edition 1. And I said to you guys, should I buy this car? Basically, to add a sort of third car to my garage, sort of the middle ground kind of supercar, the one that's more usable, etc. And a lot of you will know that my Lamborghini is being sold. But what I have been thinking in my head more and more is the potential to add a third sort of middle ground supercar to my garage. This is not a Huracan replacement. The replacement for the Huracan would be sort of something more expensive. But in today's video, I'm going to be driving this Audi R8 V10 Plus because, yes, you have heard it, I am tempted to go and purchase one of these cars, and this is for very good reason. They have come down massively in price since I personally owned one, and I thought, could this be an addition to the garage once again as the usable supercar, because I've got the SVR, not my main supercar, the middle ground, the daily supercar. This is the car I'm going to be test driving today, and oh, we have a gentleman there. Hello. Oh, hang on a minute, wait a minute. Oh no, what's going on? Okay, yep. Hello, mate.
Hi, I've got my
Hi, Tom.
We're ready to go for a drive.
TGTV.
Yeah.
How are we?
Yeah.
You are the perfect man, and the reason why we've got
I've
this
heard that a lot.
No. The reason we've got you in, because you are the man who has got many supercars.
Loads, mate.
And he keeps on telling me to buy more.
Yep.
Obviously, we are aware the Huracan is going to a new home, but there is a chance to add the third car, like we spoke about with the GTS.
Yes.
So this is why we're in this. You're making me buy too many cars.
I do that.
That's a wafter. He's good.
A green Bentayga with cream inside.
Creme. I think you say creme de la creme. Mate, this is... No, okay, stop.
Right, so you need in your garage a slightly more usable, exciting car. A car that you can go to, you know it's going to start, a car that you can put miles on and not sweat in the night with the stress of... You nearly killed a rollerblader. You need a car basically like this.
Yes.
This, I think, probably ticked every single box in that aspect. And in fact, you probably don't really even need a supercar to get one of these, but you'll have one anyway.
No, I will be getting another one. So
you want something around the 170k mark?
That's a supercar.
Yep. And then you want something around the
80, 90 mark.
I think this one's 95.
This one is 95 and it is for sale. And people might be thinking, is he mad? Is he not mad? Well, what has happened is they have come down massively in price, and they're now at a point where the depreciation of what I bought mine for has now gone, and they've kind of settled at a very sort of that level. They're not going anywhere.
And with the recent facelift,
yeah,
it is common knowledge that the end is nigh for the R8 as we know it. There's going to be
nigh
a V6 turbo-y thing knocking around.
Yeah.
The V10, kind of that wonderful V10 engine that you've been enjoying in your Huracan.
I love it. I love it. It's the best.
This is not long for the world. With the days of emissions and like noise regulations and all this rubbish, this car's a good shout. For the money now they dip to, and I think a lot of these cars are going to see a second wind.
You actually look at it from here. It has a lot of presence. I talk about presence a lot, but honestly I love the shape of the V10 Plus, and especially this car as well, with the black wheels, the carbon side blades which it has, which is an added extra. It's time to now go for a drive and test drive this car especially. Obviously I know how these drive, but after owning one for roughly nearly a year, it is time to drive one once again and get a proper feel for it. Mr. Tom is very excited for this.
I'm very excited, Archie.
What looks really good on a V10 Plus, right, is if the number plate falls off, and that number plate sometimes can fall off.
It will do. It will do.
Black grille. The only thing I would say with this car, it is an incredible spec, but the only thing which I would do if I went and bought another V10 Plus, black out the grille. But this one obviously has got the mirror caps, carbon, everything else. That's just how these cars come. And then when we go inside, they're the comfort seats.
Yeah.
Which are ridiculously comfortable. So if you were going to daily one of these cars and drive it around a lot, you need these seats.
They're very adjustable as well, they're not.
But usually they've got the sort of stitching. These ones actually don't. But the actual sports seats, have you seen them?
Yeah, you used to have them.
Recaros.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have Recaros, I had comfort seats. One of the best parts is the wheel and this little button which you have just to start the button. The money, it is ridiculous. And everyone which has come past has said, this looks very, very good. So, the AMG GTS is not happening because Dean has sold that car. They ended up getting an offer before, you know, we ended up getting one.
You did a video on it, advertised it, and then someone bought it straight away because of the video.
Literally.
That's where you went wrong. Next time, you buy the car, then put the video out.
I know.
That's what I did with my F12. I put an offer in, confirmed on it, and then I did a video.
I know. I kind of messed that one up. Currently in dynamic, you just have to, on these, just, you can see here. There we go. Just all happens right here. Dynamic.
You can hear the exhaust change.
The exhaust does change, and I had a mental exhaust on mine. I had the Quicksilver.
If it was a more kind of daily supercar, I don't think you need to go mental on the exhaust again, although you probably...
Oh, you know what I actually...
You probably will.
No. You know what? I wouldn't do it again. In terms of if I was going to use this daily, I'd happily get the sports exhaust, which you can get from factory, which is quite loud anyway. So you just get one like that. But, and then, because if I'm going to use it every day, it's not the most.
It's super loud, it's just annoying.
And you know what? And if I end up going to buy another R8, I'd stealth it out. That's the only thing I'd do.
Yeah, they look so good. Stuff.
Nothing else. I wouldn't go for the other colours before. But thing is, since I've sold mine, I haven't driven a V10 Plus. Okay, so you've got the Vantage, and you like having that middle ground car.
Yes.
You're not just talking me into something potentially there.
No, I got the Carrera as well. It was so fun having something you can rack miles up. Well, as many miles as I've got time to do.
Yes.
Without.
I don't have as much time as you.
And when these cars lose value. Don't annoy me, Archie. No. I'm very hungry.
You are very car knowledgeable. That's why I have got you in this video as well.
I know more than I often let on. So yeah, I mean these cars, when they lose value, a car at sort of 80 odd K, when it loses value, it's not quite as catastrophic as a car that loses value that's 360K, for example.
Yeah.
It does sound good.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as catastrophic, is it? So your car, Carrera T, what are they basically sitting at?
I think nice spec, probably about 95. I probably lost about 10 grand on that, which by the time I come to sell it in 18 months or so, 18 months of use, sorry.
Yeah.
That's not the end of the world, 10 grand.
Yep.
In that time. Hello!
It's us.
How are you? Two YouTubers and an Audi, nothing to see here.
He's trouble.
That is trouble with the roof down, that looks so good.
Has he painted the wheels?
The wheels are black! Very well then.
Very well, Hugh.
Ciao! That looks sick.
Okay, that is chaos.
I didn't know he'd done that.
So if you don't know Hugh, he has basically gone and decided to make his wheels. The first thing I noticed.
I've trained a few videos with Hugh actually.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
Okay, so basically what we're talking about is this middle ground supercar.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, would this basically be a thing? It could easily be a thing because of the finance and things like that. And the fact now, you can just cruise around and it's an experience, but it, you know, you can still have that middle ground.
You might be able to drive a track, but I'm not sure you know what you're doing on the road.
I do know, mate.
You don't.
Mate, they are good. I'm sorry.
It's good. It's a good car.
Good. And I never got over my one. You never liked my one. Do you have the same obsession with V10 Pluses than I do?
No.
Value for money.
I'm sorry. Value for money.
I am sorry, but value for money at, let's say, 90 grand, let's say retail, 90-ish.
You want an odd shape Vantage for that, mate?
This is chaos! Look, the people are taking photos of it, and it's like, it's perfect.
There we go.
I'm sorry, but it's good.
It is good, to be fair.
A stealthed out thing. Okay, so what would your advice to me be at this point for having the middle ground and explain your reason?
You love it. They're at a really appealing price point. Yeah. I don't think they're going much further. What else is there to discuss other than just get onto the finance company and sort it out and stop annoying me?
Yeah. What would you prefer, GTS, AMG GTS, or a V10 Plus as a middle ground?
I think this, because it's naturally aspirated V10. I think the days of NA V10s are numbered, and it's just a great engine.
I can still have that V10 in my life now the Huracan's going.
Exactly. So you're basically just keeping the Huracan in.
We have people waving at us. This is chaos.
That's chaos.
Got another question for you. You know my Huracan is departing. What would your opinion be to be my next car?
So at the top end of your garage, this is getting ridiculous. I would actually say, as much as it pays to say it, 720S.
And that pains you?
It does pain me, but for 170 odd grand, what else are you going to get? I mean, it's as fast as a P1 for crying out loud.
GT3 RS. You've owned a GT3 RS. What did you think?
Amazing car. Amazing car, but it just doesn't have that wow factor that a 720S has, or, you know, proper supercars have.
Because what I want to do is I want to do more track stuff.
Yeah, my arm's getting sore and I'm hungry and I'm getting annoyed.
Question is, should I buy another Audi R8 V10 Plus?
Is that the title?
We'll let people decide in the comments.
Yeah.
But I love it. I genuinely love them. I think they're really cool. And for a date,
Oh God, go forward a bit. We're kind of into the rest movie in here. Chaos.
For one, it could be a nice middle ground. Now.
I think so.
And if people are wondering how obviously the finance works and stuff like that, you would have a monthly payment. Can you reveal your monthly payment on the Aston?
It's a whole video, mate, but it's well under £1,000.
Okay, and that's exactly what this would be.
Yeah.
So
the Carrera T, well under £1,000 a month. And what, maybe 15% in?
It's not bad. That's when these cars actually become really affordable.
If you use the right finance people and you understand finance.
We'll leave that below. So
we'll leave, yeah.
So we've just jumped out of the V10 Plus, and yeah, I've got some thinking to do on that. And I am going to reiterate, this is not a replacement for the Huracan. This would be a third car coming to the garage. So yeah, having three would be unbelievable. But look at it just parked up here. As you can see, it does look unbelievable. And it holds its own. I know how ridiculous it sounds, but it holds its own with all of these cars which are here. It really does. With Tom's Vantage there, a GT8, that's potentially being my next sort of middle ground car, the Aventador and the Aventador S. It really holds its own for the value for money, and what you would be paying for something like this is unbelievable. It really, really is. And let's be honest, Tom's Aston is looking seriously cool over here. I've been in it earlier. I loved it, and obviously I'm delighted for him. I think it's a fantastic car. It looks amazing. It really, really does. A GT8 we have here as well. This is in the sort of the Aston Martin Racing Green, and to be honest with you, this value for money is incredible as well. The Aston thing, I'm becoming more and more into it as we go. And then this, look at it sat there. You might have seen this car before on my channel, his Aventador S Roadster. It had the sort of silver wheels. What he's gone and done is he made the wheels black, and I think that now makes it look even better. That's incredible, silver to black. I've always been a fan of black wheels, but now that just looks totally, totally epic. And then we also have an SV here as well, which is identical to Tom's car, which I think looks amazing. Here he is. I've got Mr. 88MF on here. Thank you very much for the drive, sir.
Tempted to get another one?
I am.
Great,
are you enjoying driving?
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
How do you think now this compares after driving the Huracan? Because you had R8, Huracan, now you've got back into that. How does that feel? Does the Huracan feel like £60,000 worth more?
In a weird way, yes, because obviously you've got the dramaticness of the, oh, we're losing light, of the Lamborghini. It's a badge, isn't it?
Because I think it comes down to whether you want a car that you can drive every day,
yeah,
or a car for the weekend.
But basically, my argument in this is basically that this would be the middle ground car in my garage. So the SVR is obviously a big old beast on fuel, everything else, everything, name it. Then you have the car which you can jump out and about, even if it's raining, come rain or shine, you could be in your V10
Well, what do
Plus.
you think?
And
what do you think is comparable to this in the market for 95?
The only thing I would compare it to roughly is like a Carrera T, AMG GTS.
Which are flat six, they're not V10s.
They're not V10s. So there we go.
This is a winner.
It's chaos. Right, so we have left our destination and we are en route, and I'm in Tom's very nice new Aston Martin.
We are.
It is very cool. First time I've actually been in here, and I'm a big fan. Yeah, first time. Well, obviously we drove to our destination, but first day in this car. It's very cool. You've converted me. I was never an Aston Martin fan, but now I didn't get it. No, I didn't get
I
it.
sent the picture, I said I bought this, and you were like, why? Now you get it.
Yeah, literally. But now I actually fully get it, and I think it's very cool. So we're going to go and get some lunch and discuss cars, all sorts, you name it, we're going to do it. You're going to track this car, take it on the track?
Would you?
If it was mine? My next supercar I'm going to take on the track, yeah, definitely. But I think car like this, no. That's why obviously the V10 Plus or something, which is my middle ground car, I wouldn't track. But my next main supercar, my audience, my lovely fans at home would love to see me go round sideways. Yeah, I'm going to take you round sideways.
Yeah, I would like that also.
Just pulled the cars up, and this is how we put a roof on a Ventil Roadster. Just like this. Are you watching this, Tom? It's actually sick, to be fair. Just like that. Very easy.
And you were stating an interesting fact earlier. How much are these roof panels each? £11,000.
Sorry? £11,000?
Something to do with the seals that if you...
Yeah, apparently these seals go in and then...
Really?
Once they're out, that's it. So,
And you wonder where the car manufacturers make their money. It's not selling cars, it's this sort of stuff.
And servicing.
And servicing, that's where they make their money.
Aftermarket parts, yeah.
Oh no, the seal's gone. That was 22. I can tell you what, 20 for the pair.
22 for the pair.
Well, no, because they're probably a deal.
No, yeah. So I'm now back, and that rounds off what has been an awesome day driving that Audi R8. And you may be at home thinking, he's gone totally mad. What is he thinking? Well, obviously I'm now on the hunt to find my next supercar. That is obviously my priority. The Lamborghini Huracan is going this week, and it just is something which I need to sort. Obviously Porsche GT3 RS is in contention, and McLaren 720S. And these cars, what I'm going to be doing a lot more of is track focused content. This channel is called Archie Hamilton Racing for a reason. I see your comments and I know you love it. So my focus is going to be, obviously, the next car I get, I really want to take it on a track and show you that side of things, basically, and really bring the racing aspect into it as much as possible. So my thought with the Audi R8 V10 Plus would be to basically just have more of a usable supercar. Because the prices have dropped, they are more affordable, so it means that I could get some of the experience from the Huracan still, drive that day to day, obviously it doesn't need lift, it goes over every speed bump in London, and then have my crazy supercar which I can take out on weekends, but that I can also take to the track. Let's say my next supercar gets transported to a circuit and I arrive in an R8 V10 Plus. But like I say, racing stuff is going to be coming a lot more to the channel, and next week there is a big announcement on my racing side. So I promised you guys that I will be doing more of it, and this year there's going to be so much more of it. And I just see all your comments, and I see it's wanted, so I'm going to make it happen. That is exactly it. So yeah, and I cannot wait. It feels like a new chapter. It really does. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you very soon.